So Phil shared that on his Facebook. I thought it was really funny, very real for the moment. And I'd also read or heard that Jared Kushner didn't know when they took over in 2016 that all the Obama staff would be leaving. So I think they all rocked up thinking they'd just be taking over a team, and they didn't, which might explain some of their weird choices. Well, not so weird compared to now, but their weird choices last time. So I think this time they're ahead of the game. But we're watching the West Wing fictional version at the moment, and these are people that are, all the young, top of their game staff, intelligent, knowing what they're doing, the speech writers and whatever, and they're all guided by or presided over older people. I'm not going to say men, older people with wisdom, and that isn't how it is now, is it? And we were thinking about Elon Musk and Trump, both of them with massive egos. How are they gonna manage? That I can see a massive fallout coming very quickly, and the problem about that is that there will be collateral damage. But I don't see any of these people that he wants beside him hanging around for long, because he just gets pissed off and bored with them. If they don't do what he wants, he'll just sack them. And who's the other one? Oh, JFK Jr., Mr. Anti-Vaxxer, in charge of health. I'm not saying any more about that, but what the fuck? I saw Hulk Hogan mentioned somewhere, heard it. I'm hoping that I misheard it. What the fuck's he gonna do? Oh, and a Fox host being the defense secretary. So, whatever, I watched a couple of people being very restrained talking about what's going on, and I admire them for that. And I'm doing that at the moment, and not getting too deep into it. I did take some time out. I only started watching stuff again yesterday. Took some time out because I just needed to back off for a bit. I know, because it's so absolutely intriguing, and it is going to be a train wreck. I won't be able to not watch, so I will be watching. Something else I was going to say about that. I can't remember what it was now. But I'll move on. I can't remember what it was. It might come back to me. So yesterday we had blood tests in the morning, and then we came back and I cooked, and Vicky came, and then we left and we went into Chauvigny for Mark's physio. I did an online shop. I went and picked it up, and then during the afternoon in Chauvigny, I had a phone call from the bank wanting to talk to me about something I didn't want to talk to them about. It was like, no, you can email me. I'd prefer that. Got rid of them, and I noticed I'd got a text from our CPAP technician people wanting to do a check on the phone. And I thought, I'm not doing that. I don't do phone calls if I can avoid them. So I just felt I felt very overwhelmed actually yesterday with all that we had going on. So that today we don't have anything going on. So I thought I'd get down and do the admin, which was the CCF, our bank thing that they were trying to contact me about, because we've been taken over by a new bank, which I hate. It's American and I hate it. We've got a new IBAN number, and there are 12 of our people that we pay via the bank who haven't taken account of our new IBAN number. So I need to contact them. The bank apparently had contacted them, but they've not responded, so I need to contact them. One of them was the Department of Work and Pensions in the UK for Mark's old age pension. I need to check his NHS pension, but anyway, for his old age pension. Interestingly, for anybody who's taking their old age pension from here, from abroad, and would use the international pensions department, if you're writing to them, you don't write to them in Newcastle upon Tyne, you write to them to an address in Warrington. And I noticed that online because I was looking for their address and noticed that, and then had to ring them to check. But you send it to Warrington, and what happens is all of the letters they get, all of the correspondence they get scanned in Warrington and then sent to whatever department. So that was interesting, I thought. Useful tip for you. So I had to do that. So I printed out, wrote my first letter, went to print it out, and the printer jammed. And I couldn't unjam it. I have not got the strength in these, I couldn't pull the paper out. My thumbs are particularly bad at the moment, so I couldn't pull the paper out. And Mark had gone back to bed, so I had to wait for him to get up. So I'm like stuck. I can't get on. I sort of started and I was on a bit of a roll, and then I get stuck, which is what happens, isn't it, when you plan to do something. And this is the day I can do it, because tomorrow we're back on the physio. We're back on the treadmill a bit tomorrow. I've had to, on yesterday, I also had to juggle appointments because we'd got too many appointments all in one day. So I've manoeuvred them and moved them around. So I was doing that as well yesterday. So I did feel overwhelmed. So yeah, I had to wait for him to get up, and then he had to take the printer into his room and turn it upside down and find a way in to unblock it, because he couldn't pull it out either. So he's done that. There were 12 people that needed contacting, and I think I've managed to resolve 7 of them, because some of them I could do online. But that's the other thing. There's like the electricity people. I don't apparently have an account with them, but it's so long ago that it's a very old email address, and I can't make a new account, or can I? I think if I try and make a new account, because I'm using that's it, to make the new account, you have to use your electricity dossier number and your contract number. So I'm never going to get over that without making a phone call, and I don't want to make a phone call. So I think I've emailed them. I found an email address, so I've emailed them, and hopefully they'll deal with it like that. So I'm nearly done, and the printer's working, and I'm done. I'm not doing any more today. I put the 2 blocks down in the chicken with the chickens last night, but Mark went down to them this morning, so I don't know whether they've been pecking at them. One of them is an anti-stress block for chickens and pigeons and turkeys and volae, poultry. So that's down there. And then the other one was more of a one for digestion, which I don't think they need, but I don't think it will hurt them to have something a bit extra to help them with whatever's going on. And I will need to go down and spray. I think I'll go down and spray again the roost bars with alcohol and see if, just in case there's red mite. So I don't know how Mrs. Brahma is today. I've not been out there. We are now into a cold spell and a long sort of 2 weeks of quite cold temperatures for us. I'm just going to look. Oh, so today is not Tuesday. It's Wednesday today. Top temperature 8 and lowest temperature 4. And then tomorrow will be top 9, lowest 2. On Saturday, we've got a 1 degree centigrade. I can't see any minuses, but yeah, there's some very low temperatures. So we've got the fire burning, and the fire has been on all night and will be kept going all day, and will be kept going all night tonight. And that's the first time this year that we've done that. We've had fires, but let them go out. So we've lit a fire and let it run, and then let it go out, just warmed the room up. So we're going to start going through that wood now, and that wood you saw us loading a couple of days ago, we've finished, and he's just loaded up another. So he went back to bed, and when he got up, he sorted out the printer. He emptied the dishwasher for me, because I keep dropping, I haven't, because I don't grip it properly, but I would be dropping stuff. And I couldn't even peel the fucking onion. I just can't grasp stuff. It's really, really irritating. And he's loaded up another load of wood. So he's been very busy. But he feels up for that now. I think he felt knackered after he worked hard again in physio. He works harder in physio than he actually when he does it here. He keeps going a bit more. In fact, at one point he was doing I think I might no, I don't know. He was doing an exercise that would replicate him coming downstairs to deal with the difficulty of stepping down with that left leg. And he was doing the exercise, and I was watching, and I saw him feeling that he had had enough, but nobody was paying any attention. So he kept going, and after probably about 15 reps, he said, "Is anybody counting?" And I went, "No, no one's looking." So he did quite a lot of that, I think, against his better judgment. So I think he felt quite disabled yesterday evening. And but I don't get a sense, I haven't asked him, but I don't get a sense of that today. He's got physio again tomorrow, and he's got 2 more next week and 2 more the following week, and then we'll see where he's at. I think he needs the physio because he doesn't push himself when he's at home. He gets on his bike, but at physio he'll do more because he's being monitored and being encouraged and whatever. So what's he got? He's got 7 more injections to do. I'm so pleased that I said to him, "You can do them this time." I'm really pleased. I hated doing that, and it was 35 days, and I hardly have anything to do with it now, and I'm really happy about that. He's not wearing his compression socks anymore, so he's really happy about that. So all in all, he's doing well. I think we might go and ask him. That's your jumper that she's got, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to need a wash.
She's been on that for over a week.
Yeah, covered in cat
hair. I've been talking about you in there.
No, surely not.
I have, and I've been talking about how well you're doing and all of those things, and I thought, well, we better come and ask you how you're doing. How are you doing?
Well, objectively, I says I'm doing okay. I'm still hobbling quite a lot most of the time. I think in physio yesterday, the thing I wasn't able to do was she does an exercise where you lay out on a bench with your leg out straight. She puts a hand under your knee, and you're supposed to press your underside of your knee down onto your hand, and I can't do that very well.
And you could do that a week or so ago.
Yeah, it comes and goes. So I guess I and that possibly because I'd had a week off physio because we got, I don't know, wrapped up in other things, so I couldn't get appointments. But I've got another appointment tomorrow, so we'll carry on with that. So, I mean, I haven't made any real comparisons with the other leg being done properly, but generally I suppose I'm achieving the same milestones. I'm not using crutches anymore. I can get up and down to the chickens. I washed the car the other day. I've mowed the lawn. Get a bit fidgety in bed. Sometimes it's just an odd position where it starts to twinge slightly, and I just need to move. So. And
you don't take analgesia, do you?
Well, I don't think of it as painful. It's just a faint, minor irritation that moves slightly and it goes. I'm getting up and down stairs slowly, but it's getting a bit easier. It feels, for me, individually, it feels like I'm in a bit of a tunnel. In some ways, it's difficult to notice any particular progress, but I'm doing most of the things I would do, I think. So yeah, okay. I need to do some more physio here, I think. I'll get on my bicycle again in a bit, do some pedalling. Because quite often I can get part way round, but not all the way to start with, and then I have to push it a bit harder, and gradually I can go all the way around. And some more squats. So yeah, going okay, I think.
And what about your wife? Does she agree with that?
I don't know. You better go and ask her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've just been saying I'm doing well.
You are. You are.
It just feels a bit slow, the progress.
But it is only just over 4 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
4 weeks on last Monday, I think it was.
Well, the 14th. It was the 14th of last month I had the surgery.
Yeah, so just...
Tomorrow will be calendar month, I suppose.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, but if you're counting weeks...
Yeah. It's, it's the bit... Even having it done on the right, it's the bit I didn't sort of take into account, really. It's you have the surgery, okay, but then there's the sort of weeks of afterwards in recovery.
Yeah. But actually, physically, apart from the leg bit, do you feel recovered, or you still a bit fatigued? And
I think I'm possibly still more fatigued, and I'm not sure. Did initially think it was because I'm anemic. I think that is just normal after surgery. You lose blood, and there was post-operative bruising, and so my hemoglobin count was down. It might be rising slightly, gradually, but I think that's sort of normal.
But you started off low because the anaesthetist about 2 or 3 weeks before suggested that you were slightly anemic.
Yeah.
So you started off on the back foot really with that.
Yeah.
But we've moved the doctor's appointment that you had coming up for tomorrow to later on this month, and I think hopefully he'll give you something for that.
Yeah, hope so.
Because I had my blood results yesterday. Mine was 13, and yours was only 11.6.
Yeah.
And mine should be, less than yours.
I don't think there's any rules about that.
There are.
Are there?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Always rules. Okay.
So yeah, slow progress. Thank you for your attention.
Right. Okay. See you next time.
Ta-ta.